Yes.
Oh my god.
Jestem mokry, słuchajcie, i zmęczony, daję w kość. Robiliśmy właśnie ten system drenażowy tutaj pod tą górą przy stacji dni.
I'm gonna show you how to get in without any issues in 3 movements. True brother.
Idziemy dalej na kolejną część. Chyba będą bunkry sowieckie. Zabieramy was z nami.
Jedziemy dalej.
Na razie to wygląda jak takie zwykłe osiedle. Już
No,
na zwykłe
mieszkalne.
osiedle.
So, how we're gonna do this? I'm gonna check the main entrance to be sure that no one inside, no guards, alarm system is not working anymore, and so on. Okay, now wait for me here. I will be right back in a few minutes.
Pan idzie zobaczyć, czy nie ma nigdzie policji i wchodzimy. Także super, brzmi naprawdę genialnie.
Our urban exploration, when we actually breaking into different objects, you never know who's gonna meet you in the end of this tunnel. Alarm system, guards, barking dogs, anything. But today, I believe everything's gonna be okay. Let's go. Watch your head here. You see, this emergency tunnel built it in corner position. Why so far? Why not straight downstairs? Because here, this corner gonna spread the load from this shockwave. Because shockwave, exactly like in drainage system, it's going into different direction. But if you have corner, it's gonna spread the load, and especially it's gonna spread the load from the shockwave after nuclear blast. The first scene which you're gonna meet in normal preserved bunker is blast hermetic door. The main function of this door is to stop any sort of contaminated particles and to hermetize all people who hiding inside. Grab my forearm, watch your head. Come on. All these stalactites in drainage system, but here this spaghetti is how we calling them, appeared only in 25 years without any maintaining. In general, once a year, guards with firefighters are climbing down here to check all wires. But here's insanity. Our government is not giving any money to keep this facility, this bunker, in something like normal condition. But if these checking guys with guards finding rust or some troubles with wires, they're saying, "Oh, guys, you got penalty for this. You have to pay money for government if you have rust on your doors." But government is not giving any money to fight against this. Yeah. It's actually former Soviet Union countries. They're all looking like this. Russia, Belarus, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, all of them, they're working by this similar way. And now, follow me. And if you like all this Soviet Union stuff, you have to visit this little storage station. Let's go in. Here we are. Definitely in Chernobyl, you saw a lot of such stuff, but here everything just abandoned. Everything like seismograph, part of radio station. By the way, another part of telephone cell systems which are working on with switchers and so on, and a lot of these old style phones. After you. This room you can see these two massive diesel engines which are going to produce electricity for 7 days in case of general shutdown, general blackout. Here you can see that some parts are missing. So It's about not sharing locations of the good preserved place, because when it became public access place, everything gonna be destroyed maybe in few months, maybe in few years. So this is the main reason why our team, why we are not, when entering normal condition bunkers, we are not gonna share contacts with other people, because they're gonna destroy it. Because as I told you before, our purpose is to preserve it in good condition and to share this part of history which you're not gonna read in regular historical books with other people. And who wants to push some buttons? Push these two black buttons.
Together?
Yes. Old but gold, still functioning. Red ones. Yeah, imagine. 25 years without any maintaining, but these ventilators, they're still working. And why they're working? Because you won't believe, but this bunker is still connected to the general electricity system. In general, when bunker became abandoned, the first thing which is cut it off, actually wires from the electricity system. And if you're thinking that these ventilators, they produce a lot of noise, imagine when these two diesel generators were started in 1995 and they produce so much vibration that nearby buildings start to shake like during earthquake. And people start to call cops and saying, what the hell they're doing there? Why our apartments are shaking? Maybe some American spy came to steal our technologies. Yeah, but by the way, this is the most interesting thing, that our old generation, I mean all this grandpa and grandfather and grandmothers, they're still thinking that some spies are coming to our country to steal something. Right here on the shelves and on the walls you can see a lot of posters. And actually, what these posters about? Nuclear war, of course, how to put on full body chemical suits and so on. Actually, all these posters came from paranoid times. And the most interesting thing about all of them, they're not actually printed, they're hand drawn. You can see leftover from the pencils and so on. And now, let's open this spooky door. Feel the smell of history. All statistic about this each 5-year plan is lying down here. If you're wondering what is in these books, mostly it's like the statistic about salaries and production. So no top secret documents, only this abracadabra with numbers, and that all. This is actually main storage of civil defense, and right here you're gonna find everything that you need in case of nuclear attack, biohazard attack, chemical attack. Everything, I mean full body chemical suit, full gas masks, a lot of gas masks, Geiger counters, radio station, helmets, everything was left for that here by members of civil defense. This gas mask never been in use. Year of production of this is 1986, if I'm not mistaken. But right here nearby, as soon as this old facility was built in 1968, previously they brought here old style Geiger counter, which was produced in 1964. Such Geiger counters, they're not so accurate, they're not able to measure high exposure rates, and there is some situation which happened to such Geiger counters in Chernobyl zone of exclusion. When they put them to the hot spot, they've been broken down. But this guy is able to measure all these high exposure rates. But you have to stay with the measuring part in hot spot for a minute.
Oh.
Yes. This is personal Geiger counter. But the similar were used by liquidators and firefighters, which used to work on the rooftop of the force block. They, in civil defense facilities, they have those tablets which are gonna save your life in case of radioactive pollution.
I do.
Yeah. Actually, different types of tablets, they charge it on different types of radioactive materials. And this, the most interesting thing that nothing from here was given for inhabitants of Kiev during this accident in Chernobyl. Just because our government wants to avoid panic. But in the same way, to the nearby villages, to the Chernobyl zone of exclusion, they gave all of this. In general, it's particularly true, particularly it's not true how government tried to stop any knowledge about this. All liquidators which went to the Chernobyl zone of exclusion, they know that they're going into a high exposure rate territory, and actually they're going to the deaths. I'm not joking, because all interviewed liquidators are saying we knew about the radiation, we knew that there is a possibility of cancer. It's not teaching class, it's only briefing room. Different chiefs of different departments used to sit here and discuss if everything happened according to plan or not. And now, little time travel from the times of. Oh gosh, this is checking. Why it's calling? This is, by the way, telephone from guard post. Oops. Maybe they're checking connection between this system and on their guard post. Yeah, oh. Stressful. Yeah, right here. You can find box of body parts. I'm just joking. This is actually body parts which were made from wax to give nurses understanding point how your body reacts with radiation and X-ray. Oh. We are getting closer and closer to the secure part of this facility, so don't make any loud noises in this part of bunker, because guard post just above us, and they check this telephone. Maybe they're not so sure that this facility is empty. Different white caps all around the walls. Actually, this is another security system which working if somebody trying to smash wall between this room and another one. And if some James Bond appeared here and they are trying to get in through the ventilation tubes, not gonna happen, because they have even wires inside of these ventilation tubes. Reasonable question: why so far? Why such high level of security? Because of this little gray box. This is telephone with governmental line. In case of global catastrophe, global nuclear attack, you're able to call from this telephone to other bunkers, to strategic places, to governmental bunkers, to know who is still alive, who is in charge. This telephone already ring. You know that this guy is working, so don't try your luck. If a catastrophe gonna happen in Kiev city, you, by taking these black passes, these black lines, you're able to leave our city in 35 minutes. And also right here, main plan of this bunker. Like, we started our way from this corridor through the here, and now we're exactly staying right here. Looking like. Sunlight!
Już jesteśmy z powrotem po całej wycieczce. Mamy nadzieję, że Wam się taki odcinek podobał, zupełnie inny od tych, które mamy na kanale, bo poświęcony tylko konkretnie jednej atrakcji, no ale uznaliśmy, że ta atrakcja jest na tyle ciekawa, że warto jej poświęcić specjalny, osobny odcinek. A jeśli chodzi o sam Urbex i tą organizację, która przygotowuje tą grupę panów, tą firmę, która przygotowuje wycieczkę, to możecie odwiedzić ich stronę. Mają bardzo bogaty wachlarz różnych wycieczek, bo są też inne bunkry, inne lokalizacje. My wybraliśmy akurat konkretnie tą wycieczkę, którą widzicie na ekranie, i zapłaciliśmy około 2200 hrywien za 2 osoby. Także tyle.
Tak, a jesteśmy już w domu i nagraliśmy niczego na gorąco, bo dostaliśmy telefon, że zalali nam mieszkanie i my byliśmy w bunkrach. Po kostki w wodzie, a...
Autentycznie, kiedy lała się woda w bunkrach, to
lała się w naszym mieszkaniu, także zostawcie nam łapkę na pocieszenie, jeśli jesteś nowy, to zasubskrybuj kanał i widzimy się w kolejnych materiałach z Kijowa.
Tak.
Pa!
Trzymajcie się, pa, cześć.